Okay, so on the graphing with our natural log, let's start with our. I know we talked about this last week, but I'm going to go through it again real briefly. So if I have e to the x, hopefully you remember e to the x, this is going to be what kind of graph? Horizontal or vertical asymptote? Is it exponential or logarithmic? It's exponential. So this one's going to have my horizontal asymptote. Again, if I plug in some points in my t-chart, if I put in 0, I know that's going to be at 1. E to the 0 would be 1. If I plug in, let's just say, how about -2? And again, I have to use my calculator at this point for e to the, so type in e to the -2. It gets me 0.135 approximately. Let's go ahead and put in a +2. That gets me about 7.389. Again, that should give me enough there to sketch in my graph there for the e to the x. Again, horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. Domain would be from -infinity to +infinity. Okay, let's look at the natural log now. So ln of x now, since it's a natural log, we know that there's going to be a vertical asymptote, right? And again, if it helps you, think of it as f of x equals log base e of x. So again, if we put in some values here, think about e to the what power is going to give me so if you want to write it in exponential form, e to the y equals x would be exponential form. So let's put in 0 for y. E to the 0 would be 1 for x, so 1, 0. Let's go ahead and if we put in 2, well, e to the second is going to be, we already did that, 7.389. And we know that our asymptote's going to be here at x equals 0. So we'd have to put in let's put in a y value of -2. To put in a y value of -2, we're going to be at 0.135. So 0.135 -2. So our curve's going to look something like this. And again, if you would have plugged in some, we know we're not going to get any negative values here for x. Just because of our asymptote. And again, if you would have plugged that in, it would have given you an error there anyway. Let's do one more that's got a little bit of a translation. So f of x equals the log base 3 x minus 1 plus 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this one. Hopefully you notice with the shift, the x minus 1 moves the asymptote over 1. So that gets you x equals 1 for your asymptote. If we plug in some values here, you plug in 2 for x, let's say, again, that becomes 3 to the what power equals 1. Well, that's 0, so 0 plus 4 gives you 4, so 2, 4 is a point. If we plug in 4, 4 is going to give you 5, so 0.45. If we plug in 3, and you're doing 3 minus 1 is 2, so log base 3 of 2, so we put that in our calculator. Gets you 0.631, and then we're going to add 4 to that. So 4.63. So your curve's going to look something like this. For that one. Any questions on the graphing part?